So this guy he can control electrical current. What's the thing with the claws, I guess? What animal or whatever is he supposed to be? So why does he have those holes with the lines on them? And why are they doing it underwater? His name wasn't Logan before. It was something else. Now why is it Logan now? Is it just kind of doing away with that narrative? Oh, see, I'm still so confused. Hi everyone, welcome to Old Lady Reacts. I'm the old lady, otherwise known as Michelle in Minneapolis. I'm a huge movie buff who has seen pretty much everything. I even worked at a video store for a few years, but somehow I skipped over an entire genre of movies. So I created this reaction channel where I react to action and superhero movies that I am viewing for the first time, mostly in order to understand the inside jokes and references in my ultimate viewing of WandaVision, which is coming up pretty soon. Yay! I'm watching all the MCU movies in the order in which they were released, but I'm watching other movies too. And today I'm, well, I can't say that I'm excited because X-Men Origins Wolverine does not have high ratings at all, like even among the other X-Men movies. So yeah, if you watched my previous X-Men reactions, you'll know I haven't reacted well to them so far, but I do believe in these characters. I think their superpowers are cool. I think there's good material there. I just think the movies aren't doing them justice. So I'm holding out and hoping for like the X-Men movies that sucks me in and has the humor and kind of emotional impact of Iron Man, or the dazzling effects and style of Mission Impossible, or the kind of mind-blowing creativity of The Matrix, something that has a point of view or a vision of what these characters can be. So yeah, I don't hold out high hopes that this is going to be the X-Men movie and that it's going to fulfill that need for me, but I'm willing to watch it and hopefully I'll be surprised and it will be really good. And if not, you know, I'll be one step closer to the better ones that I know are coming hopefully soon. So let's just dive in and see what it's got for me. 1845, so we're going way back. All right. Jeez, that's a huge house. Oh my goodness. So how did the people hunting them with the dogs know to go after them? Like, that would take time to gather people and tell them what happened. And okay, we're going from war to war. Of course, they're soldiers, yeah. It feels like Forrest Gump. They just happen to be at every like historic moment of the 21st century, or 20th century, I should say.
The warden tells me that your sentence was carried out by a firing squad of 1,000 hours.
And yet, I think they cast Liv Schreiber pretty well, because he looks like they could be brothers. Like their facial structure seems really similar, like the jaw and the facial hair helps too, but.
Fingernails of a bag lady.
Oh, his get a little bit longer too. That's cool. So they're not exactly incognito. Isn't that a Die Hard trick? Put your hands on your head and he's got the sword or whatever the gun is behind him. Yeah. Are there no original ideas in movies anymore? Because that same thing happened with what was I just watching? Oh, Batman Begins.
Stuck in an elevator with 5 guys on a high-protein diet.
Oh, word.
Dreams really do come true. Seriousness in your eyes.
Oh my God, you ever shut up, pal?
No, not when I'm awake.
You can at least see like the Deadpool influence. I've watched Deadpool 1 and 2 already first. So you can already see that happening, which is good. So cover the elevator, but leave a clear shot from the elevator to my desk. Oh, there's some arms on him, though. I will say that.
If you didn't have that mouth on you, Wade, you'd be the perfect soldier.
Oh, he can disappear and reappear. That's nice.
We didn't sign up for this.
Maybe I did. Maybe I like killing people. Kind of cliche, not twisted enough in a way to make it interesting or or unique, you know? Oh. What's the thing with the claws, I guess? What animal or whatever is he supposed to be?
I'm afraid of dying.
How do you know? You've never tried it before. Your country needs you.
Why?
I'm Canadian.
I like that. I never understood the hair. Still don't understand the hair.
So please let us pass.
Does she have some powers of her own as well? So is she actually wounded somewhere? Like, I just saw a lot of blood, but not actual, like, wounds anywhere? Is he some kind of vampire? Or I'm very confused about, like, what Liv Schreiber's power is. Like, oh, that's gonna hurt. It is weird to see him with, like, the actual, like, claws rather than the adamantium claws. Ah, that's not good.
I swear on my son's life, I don't.
Does he have we established that he has a son to swear on his son's life?
Today we're going to create Weapon X. X. Roman numeral 10.
So there's 9 others? Or did 9 others fail when they tried this? And why are they doing it underwater? Oh, okay. Yikes. No, thank you. Do you think the thrashing, if any kind of movement, would make the needles in him, like, either break or more painful? So it might actually be better for him to, like, he might have been in so much pain that maybe being still would have been better, but
Well, I guess I can't die.
no, that probably not. Bit early in the movie to say something like that. So why does he have those holes with the lines on them? If that's not, if that's not where they put the needles, like, what was the point of that? So why would they need to erase his memory? I'm confused about that. Did they say? Maybe I wasn't listening. Just running naked across their field. Okay. Looks like Superman.
You know what happens to men who go looking for blood? What? They find it.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. That's a cool jacket, I gotta say.
Yeah, I put on a little weight recently.
Good morning.
Weapon X is in the barn. He just murdered 2 civilians.
He just murdered 2 civilians. That's convenient. Yeah, a lot of revisionist history there. So they can't see him under the trees. They're just, like, shooting at random things. Yeah, if you don't have the propellers, it'll probably mess up your helicopter. Why are they calling him Logan? So how did he get from his name before? His name wasn't Logan before. It was something else. Now why is it Logan now? Did I miss something else? It's a fairly pointy little bullet, I gotta say.
Striker said we'll be making a difference. Protecting people from the bad ones.
So he was rounding up other mutants? It's interesting, Logan's kind of like a double mutant, because he was a mutant before, and then they enhanced him and made him even more of a mutant.
Fred Dukes? That looks like the creature that ate Fred Dukes. Hey, be nice, man.
Okay. What?
This is your idea of an idea?
I'm trying to help you out, Logan. Dukes don't like you that much, and you know it.
Yeah, feeling's mutual.
Well, use them gloves, man. Dance with them a little bit.
Well, I don't think the gloves will stop the claws if they come out.
Coming with you, Logan.
There's no redemption where I'm going.
I ain't asking.
That's a weird line. There's no redemption where I'm going, just like out of nowhere.
I get in fights with everybody?
Don't dogs kill cats?
Not always, I don't. No. Is he electrocuting the... Or electrifying the cards? Oh, so they're trying to take DNA from all the various mutants and put them into one, again, the creation of the super soldier, essentially. So I guess what animal is he? Ow, okay, that would hurt. What animal is he? A panther? Is he like some kind of cat, obviously? Because the claws going in and out. The cats are the ones who do that. So this guy he can control electrical current? Is that what we're talking about? So you'd think he would let him kill Victor? Because wasn't Victor the one who brought him to the island to have the experiments done on them? And we'd want revenge on that? I'm confused as to why they're fighting. Oh, is that his son frozen in the thing? Is that why he's trying to get all the superpowers? Was that Wade? Yeah, saw that coming a mile away. So they didn't show him like landing on the ground or trying to get into the building? He's just like in the building, no problem? Okay. Is she behind him? What the hell? So was that fake, the whole relationship? I was gonna say there didn't look like there was any kind of wound on her other than just like blood. So didn't the first X-Men movie show him as a kid in a concentration camp in World War II? Is it just kind of doing away with that narrative? Oh, yeah, since I'm still so confused. I'll have to look it all up afterwards and see.
Time will come.
He's using us.
Why did she run towards him and why did he grab her? I mean, I suppose he grabbed her to get her to scream so Logan would come back, but why did she run towards him? Lizard. I remember that from the end of, was it Deadpool 2? The mouth being sewn shut is kind of gross. Oh, the swords just grow right out of his arms, huh? That's kind of cool.
Stryker finally figured out how to shut you up.
So yeah, why do they have the drawings all over them? Because that wasn't where the needles went in. So I guess, I don't know. The poor Cyclops guy doesn't quite have his little vision thingies. Oh, she got hit. All right. Oh, whoop. He's got that disappearing thing going on. All right.
Nobody kills you but me.
I was going to say, did he save him so that he could kill him himself? He's spinning.
Adamantium bullets.
Thanks for explaining what they are. We know. With their buddy now, or is he still going to try to kill him? Still not sure what animal he's supposed to be. I don't know that they earned that whole, like, the shot of him walking into the sunset. Oh, is she making him? Yeah, that's clever. I was going to say, that's Professor X, all right. So where did it go from Logan to Wolverine? I'm still confused about that. Or from Jimmy, or whatever his name was before, to Logan. I hate that trope, too, of the, oh, they're dead, their eyes are open, I'll just, like, try to close their eyes. It doesn't work that way. If you watch the Ask a Mortician, anything that doesn't, it doesn't work that way. That they have to put things under the eyes to keep them closed when they embalm someone. Oh, is he still alive? So how does that pair up with the whole, like, with Deadpool itself? I'm so confused about so many things. Like, what's happening? Yeah, I have questions. I mean, the main question is, why did Stryker start calling him Logan instead of Jimmy or Wolverine? I mean, that seemed to come out of nowhere. And apparently I'm not the only one who had that question, because when you Google it, a whole bunch of questions and answers come up about like what's canon and what's not canon and all of that. I'm okay with things not being canon and not making sense, like, you know, in the whole series, as long as it makes sense within the framework of the film. And that there were a lot of things in this movie that particularly that just doesn't make sense for me. I don't know, maybe I missed it. I also think they really missed a huge opportunity making that team in the beginning and like using that for emotional impact. Like, it would have been a lot more effective if instead of hating each other, they would have really bonded as a team and then had a good time, had good banter, and liked and trusted each other, and then had it break apart and have them pitted against each other. That's way more emotionally impactful to have that contrast. I mean, it had a huge potential for developing relationships and character details, but they just didn't take the time to build the relationships or characters. The seeds were there, but it went by just way too fast. And the same with his relationship with Kayla. Like, they show that he has feelings and a connection with her, but they didn't give us an opportunity to have any feelings about the relationship before it was destroyed. Like, how did they even meet? Like, they didn't even give any hint about her possibly having some powers. And wouldn't it have been interesting if, like, I had to watch her discover, like, oh, she has these kind of powers, but they don't work on him. So, like, how fun would that have been? You know, it would have been just way more interesting to build that more slowly and have that level of detail. So another question I'm having too is this really an origin story? Because we still don't know why or how he or any of them really became a mutant. Like, how did he get those like bone claws in the first place? Like, we see how he got the adamantium claws and all that, but we basically already had that info from previous movies. Yeah. And what kind of animal was Victor, and how did he get that mutation? And I mean, I Googled it, and now I know, like, he's saber-toothed, but did they even say that word anywhere in the movie to explain that detail? Like, and are we just supposed to randomly, are we supposed to accept that these mutations are just happening randomly? Like, I think some scenes too of the two of them as kids, like, discovering their powers and abilities and all of that would have helped build their relationship as brothers and get us more invested in that relationship too, which again would have been more effective when it fell apart. So yeah, I have so many questions. It just speaks to the difficulty that they had in, like, the story beats and the details. It just didn't make sense. The lack of any humor or levity or even like irreverence just makes it way too heavy, with too many scenes of Hugh Jackman growling at the camera and flexing his muscles and his claws. Like, I guess, you know, it wasn't horrible. It's definitely better. And I feel like very much like the Batman movies, like they're moving in the right direction. But this one still, it isn't the X-Men movie that I'm hoping for. But I still do have hope. I don't know. You guys tell me, when you saw this in the theater, was this like, were you like wowed by this? Because knowing, you know, did you go in as an X-Men comic book fan and be like, oh yeah, this is the movie that represents my fandom? I'm feeling like we probably didn't. So yeah. So thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to follow my channel and hit the notification button and the like button. And feel free to leave comments if you disagree and want to argue about what I've said. I may or may not argue with you. We'll see. But especially if you have answers to my questions or recommendations of what to watch next, because those are super helpful. I have a whole running list. Thanks for watching with me.